Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to KocoSports. It's where the world comes to kick butt. You gotta make Susan happy. You're home for combat sports, and of course, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. I am the huge one, idiot Dave Koco from davekoco.com. We always stream on twitch.tv, doing a bunch of watch parties. I have recently retired, and I'm getting back into mixed martial arts, but everyone and their mother wants me to ask me about this, so let's give my opinion, read a little bit of news, and give some high fives on my way out. All right, so let's go kick some caboose. All right, John Jones, our beloved John Jones. We all love John Jones, right? Yay. John Jones to fight for UFC heavyweight title. Francis, I'm going to mess up his last name. Ngannou? We'll call him Francis, now free agent. Jones will make his March UFC 285 against Ngannou. So it should be interesting. I'm reading this off Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online. Former two-time UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones will make his long-awaited return to the Octagon in March, and will do so and fight for the undisputed UFC heavyweight championship of the world. Announced Dana White following Saturday's UFC Fight Night event. Jones will take on former interim heavyweight champion Ngannou at March's UFC 285 in Vegas. Now, Francis, the reigning heavyweight champion, is now a free agent after a long dispute with the company over a new contract. Rumor has it he has a huge boxing fight coming up. White claimed they offered him a deal that would have made him the highest paid heavyweight in the company. Is it too soon to make a joke? Is it still above minimum wage? The Pioneers, they didn't get paid dick. But they could come not to terms. He said they would release him from his contract and waive their option to match other offers. So he's probably off to do some boxing. I'll probably return later. Francis last fought in January 2022 and a win over Ngannou to unify the titles. He then had knee surgery, kept him out of action for an entire year. He's talked about boxing previously in hopes of bigger paydays. And it's got to be understandable. I mean, boxing just pays so much more. You go against, Fury or one of the big guys, bam, you got tons of money. The 35-year-old Jones hasn't fought since a controversial February 2020 unanimous decision over Reyes to retain the title. Since then, he had his own disputes with the company over money. But White said Jones had signed a new 8-fight contract. Well, evil always wins. Jones had talked about moving up to heavyweight frequently and now weighs a reported 255. He's only been defeated once in a 28-fight career, but that once was bullshit. Even Matt Hamill admits it. One defeat coming at an odd 2009 disqualification loss to Matt Hamill. Yeah, with the elbow strikes coming down, and they did it because I think of a Taekwondo ice tournament. I don't know. Matt Hamill, great guy. Sucks that he'll always be a part of history. I am not a fan of John Jones outside of the Octagon, and even maybe one of the biggest John Jones hater in the fucking world. It's like, no, he's undefeated. Ngannou comes into the fight with an 11-1 record, with one loss to Francis. He competed in September 22 and defeated Tulavosa. Dude, I'm so good at pronouncing names. By third-round knockout. While Jones hasn't made news inside the cage in nearly 3 years, he's made plenty outside of it. Since he fought Jones, who ran afoul of both the law of USAD several times, and even in trouble with the law twice. Twice? That's nice. Once in New Mexico in March 2020 for aggravated DWI, possession of a firearm, and other charges again in September 2021, and a more visible case in Las Vegas for domestic battery with the now ex-fiance that was later dropped. That also included him being arrested for banging his head against a police car and challenging officers to a fight. In both cases, he served no jail time. I'm proud to be an American, where at least... John Jones, one of the greatest fighters of all time, one of the worst human beings of all time. I want to see Francis come back. I'd love to see that fight. Of course, knowing UFC and the way mixed martial arts and boxing and combat sports in general, we'll probably get that fight 32 years from now, or it'll just be like GSP and Silva, and we'll never get it. And let it be known, I think John Jones is one of the greatest fighters of all time. I also think if he wasn't one of the greatest fighters of all time, he'd be in prison. There's no way what he's done. I know. And then, like, I love MMA history today. And I'm sure he gets a lot more backlash and a lot more. Go follow MMA history today. Great thing. It's like if you're an old school MMA head like myself, who's returning back in, or just love the old school MMA, it's like a hidden nostalgia almost every day. It's like bam nostalgia, bam nostalgia, bam nostalgia. But this is the most one-sided fucking tweet I think I've ever fucking seen. And maybe he gets a lot of fucking haters saying that Jon Jones isn't great in the octagon. But this fucking kind of shocked me. Jon Jones is daring to be great again. He's going to avoid a third prison sentence. This is moving up 10 pounds from bantamweight to featherweight. Jon Jones is going up a weight class that's 60 pounds heavier than a weight class he rolled. Yeah, but it's been years. It's been years, and Roy Jones did it. But this is the part that fucking, it doesn't. If he captures the heavyweight title, you can't deny his GOAT status. I don't think that's why people don't like Jon Jones. And granted, he gets a hell of a lot more traffic than me. He gets a lot more results than me. He gets quote tweets, all that 9 yards. So I'm sure he gets the dumbest of dumb people. But out of all the lists of reasons why I don't like Jon Jones, let me check. Oh, he did what? In a car. Pregnant woman. Real. His fiance. Oh. What? Only alcohol. Oh, thank God. I thought it was going to be something worse. Oh, really? Oh, let me check. Yep, everything on the list has nothing to do with his fighting skills. I don't know. Maybe he gets bummed out and stuff. But Jon Jones, one of the greatest fighters in the world, and you know what? I believe in giving people 3 chances. I grew up in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Uncle Tommy, he's like, dude, you give a man 3 chances. 1, it's fucking life is hard. You got to rebound. You're like, hey, Jon Jones, I know it's hard being the greatest fighter in all time and being a millionaire. I fucking understand. There's pressure, man. I'm there for you. Oh, you fell down the second time? I'm there for you. If they fall a third time, I can't be there for you, man. I can't. You can't. Because if you keep falling and keep getting picked back up, then that person will let you continue his activities. And who knows, maybe it's the greatest comeback story of all time. Maybe just like everyone else who had hard times, maybe this is going to be a feel-good story. But people don't dislike Jon Jones because of him fighting. It's all the other stuff. And I feel like a lot of people feel that he kind of pissed away the greatest career in mixed martial arts. He could have been the greatest athlete, greatest everything. No controversies. Just a simple decision here and there. Bam, turns it around. It reminds me of Tommy Morrison. I just watched a recent Tommy Morrison documentary on Disney Plus made by ESPN. It's just, it's a steal line from Stan Lee. I don't know if Stan Lee wrote it, but steal a line from Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibilities. Listen, I'm not going to pay for his fights. I hope he turns his life around. But I don't think people are denying how great he is in that octagon. I don't think that's the problem. And if people are attacking you for that and tweeting you, I think they're missing the point. But also, I don't know. I think a lot of people miss the point sometimes. All right. Are you buying the Jon Jones fight? Are you excited? Are you going to watch Francis go for his boxing career? Are you thinking they'll have a big money fight down the line? Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. With that, I am always on twitch.tv/KocoSports streaming. And with that, I am over. Hey,